What is up? I don't know what just happened, but I had the camera running for a minute and I walked back over to it and the iPhone said it was too hot. I think some people were here. But yeah, I'm just painting the back end here. Like I said, this isn't too formal. I'm probably not going to leave this posted, but I'm just working on the truck. I had the mask on. You can probably see the outline. It was rough stuff. Let me flip this around. Yeah, I don't know what happened. The phone just like froze or something. It said it was too hot and I had to shut down, whatever that means. Let me show you guys quickly. This is just something that was bothering me for a little bit. Raptor liner from Amazon. Yeah, I'm just doing like flat black, or not flat, but satin black, just because I kind of want to clean it up a little bit. Let's see. Ben, you should hopefully be able to see. Can you guys see now? I think it's back because it had some sort of issue. I wonder if I can comment. I don't even think I can comment on my own thing. Oh, I think some of you guys are back. John Weed, I think he can see me. Yeah, the phone like overheated. Okay, cool. All right, what's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Yeah, I don't know. The stupid iPhone said it like overheated. It said temperature too hot for some reason. So I don't know why, but let me flip this around. So I'm just messing around. Like I said, not like a formal video here. I was just, I'm making an actual video, which I should probably turn off the GoPro. But I'm just cleaning up all back here. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was nasty back here. This was all rust. Well, not like bad rust, but just like surface rust and crusty and all that. So I just spent the day cleaning it out. I like got rid of all that. That's all dirt and old paint and whatever else that I've been scraping up. So I've just been cleaning it up, making it look better. And then we still need to get some better shocks. I need to get some shorter sway bar end links. But just cleaning things up. I was just dropping in with you guys live here for a minute. So hopefully you guys can see how this is what the whole underside looked like, because I took out this stupid thing. This is that mechanism that holds the spare tire. So I removed it since it wasn't doing anything on my truck. But the whole back end looked like this color. All just like I said, not super rusty, but just like surface rust or whatever. So anyways, that chunk's out. And now she looks all fresh in here. Only thing is we gotta redo the exhaust at some point, but she is coming along. And then tomorrow, if you guys haven't seen the video from today, I put a new seal in there. So this here, that shift mechanism, the shift shaft seal, we replaced that. I changed the filter in there, put the new pan on, filled it up with new fluid. So that's all good to go. And yeah, it's leak free now, which is nice for an old truck. There's nothing on the bottom of the oil pan, nothing on the bottom of the front of the engine. The power steering rack that we did, that's all good, leak free, so not bad for a 20-year-old truck. And there's the bump stops. I don't know if you guys ever saw those, but the bump stops are in place. So just messing around. We got the Viper outside, just so it doesn't get any paint on it. But yeah, she's looking all right. I wanted to ask you guys, do you guys want to see more stuff on like on the S2000? Is there any S2000 fans out there, or is it all Dakota and Dodge at this point? I want to know, because like I'm wondering if we should kind of like mess around with the S2000 a little bit, just keep things fresh, or just keep rocking steady with just the Dakota and Mopar. All right, we got two from Mopar. 2 for Mopar. 1 for S2000. That's a lot of Mopar. Oh, it's got to be all Mopar. All right, I don't, like I said, for me it doesn't make too much of a difference. Bring back the Ram. S2000 is cool, but I really like the Dakota. Mopar or no car? Well, we got both. We got Mopars and no cars. Only Mopar. Jeez. Yeah, because I want to try and get this thing to the next level, so I'd like to get this channel rocking so that we can really start going crazy. Because if I can make this thing go to the next level, I will do it. Right now we're just a small little channel. Yeah, because the reason why I'm asking about the S2000 is there's another big YouTuber out in LA, Los Angeles, and they're having I don't even know what to call it. They're calling it YouTube Race Wars. And what that is, let me just kill this fan for a second so you guys can hopefully hear me better. What's up, man? What's up? What's up, R-Shot? Yeah, so I just wanted to say that there's a YouTube Race Wars that's coming up November 23rd. I haven't got the full details of it, but it's a bunch of big YouTubers, and they're racing around a circuit track. So that's more S2000 territory. And I was kind of thinking it would be, because they're going to have Porsches and stuff. So the S2000 is a really good handling car. But to even be in contention, we would have to have some boost. So I was wondering if we should kind of change subjects a little bit and see if I can scramble to get a supercharger on the S2000. I don't think I can afford both right now to get the supercharger for this and the S2000. So I was just wondering if there's any S2000 fans out there, if they wanted to see that whole thing go down. So, but if not, I'll have to put that on the back burner still, and we can continue with this thing. One interesting thing I was thinking of, and I don't know if it'll work, but I'm gonna try it, is the Dodge Viper has the same bolt pattern as the Viper, right? So the Viper and the Dakota both have the same bolt pattern, and since we have 15-inch rims with those slicks on it, if I'm super lucky, I don't know if it's gonna work, but there is some 15-inch rims that will fit the rear brakes or fit over top of the rear brakes on the Viper. So like I said, if I am dead lucky, those stock Dakota wheels will fit on the back of the Viper, and I could go to the drag strip without having to buy a second set of wheels. So I was kind of thinking that'd be a fun day to do, is grab the Viper, we load up those slicks on the 15s, put those onto the track, have like perfect traction, and go to the drag strip and just for fun, just see what the Viper can run with perfect traction. So I will try that at some point. I don't think it's gonna clear the rear brakes, but just an idea. I do a little of your other car, but you need to see as well. Yeah, I have see, that's the thing, is I have a ton of content on the other cars, but it's just, right now I think a lot of guys that want to see the Dakota go. I do too. It's just ordering parts, trying to find good deals on parts, and doing that whole thing. It's hard to make it all come together at the same time. So, but if you guys are wondering what we're doing, if you just joined in, we have the Dakota apart, and I used some fast dry spray paint, some rust inhibitor paint. I don't know if it's bogus, but that's what it says. And we just cleaned up the back end. So I'm just making things nice. I think this whole thing started when I put the new oil pan on the transmission, or transmission pan. It looked all clean and black, and then I was looking back there and it was looking all grungy, so I had to do something. So cleaned it all up, sprayed it all down. Now she looks at least somewhat decent. So again, these are gonna get changed. I'm gonna keep an eye out for some QA1s or Viking shocks. We'll replace the shocks. What else? Right now, let me talk about something else since I'm under here. The axle bottoms out on the frame. I haven't put bump stops in yet. I have bump stops, but I don't know if I'm gonna use the ones that I bought. I might return them, get a different set. because I think I want a larger pad that goes there. So the frame does touch the axle, or axle touches the frame, and it happens quite often. So another thing is too, whatever rickety exhaust that's on here, this portion of the exhaust touches the top. Well, now it's painted, but the top somewhere on here. So that wax there. So that's another noise, but like it does not take much force at all for this to touch the frame. It is like seriously close. You hit any sort of dip or bump or nothing, like anything. I hauled a shed the other day with a couple of rims in the back and it bottomed out. Even when we drove all the way to Irwindale, it ended up bottoming out a bunch of times. Keep trucking with Dakota. The 15-inch wheels, if they do fit over the Viper, will need 1-inch spacers at minimum. Yeah, I mean, these shocks do suck, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm keeping my, like I said, I'm gonna get those either the Vikings or the QA1s that we ran on the last truck. So who knows how many miles these have on it. But it is super sloppy in the back. But honestly, all jokes aside, the fact that these shocks suck so bad and they have so much give to them, it probably helped with our launch on the weekend, or on the drag strip day that we went to the other day. Because the fact that it just gave and all the weight transferred, it probably did help quite a bit. Yeah, so right now I'm just gonna clean things up. I do have to, one other topic of discussion is, if you guys watched the last drag race video, you guys will remember the back diff. Oh, I don't know back diff, I don't even want to jinx myself, but you guys, if you watch closely and listen closely when I did the burnout at the drag strip, there's a noise coming out of somewhere. I don't know what it is. I hope it's the brakes, because the rear brakes were squeaking afterwards when we left the drag strip, but I hope that it's not something in the limited slip, because it was screaming like a chicken and I don't know what it is at this point. So while the wheels are off and I'm pretty much done under here, I'm gonna put this down and I'm gonna see if I can get one of these drums off. It's kind of a nightmare since it already has these huge spacers on here. So I didn't put these on, previous owner I think did. But I'm gonna have to take these off so that I can get the drum off and go in that little access plate at the back. Yeah, Ben, that's the plan. So the plan is to take this stuff off, check the brakes, see if hopefully maybe it was the shoes that are screaming. 410s. I don't know, just to answer John's question, I don't think I could go 410s on this, because once we add, if I was gonna stay naturally aspirated and maybe not do too much, 410s probably would work, but with how much power we're planning on eventually making on this thing, I think the 410 would be too much gear. So I'm gonna try, I think the 392 should be good. So yeah, that's the plan. I don't know if you guys want to just hang out. I'm gonna drop this down and I'll start working on the brakes. Well, I'll just kind of leave the live feed going for now and check in with you guys every now and so often. All right, so we got the whole back end painted now, and I'm gonna go ahead and put the truck down. So, like I said, not anything too fancy or too crazy, but I just want to clean things up. So, and I'm gonna paint at this point. So let's put it down and let's pop off at least one of these rear drums and see what the situation is underneath. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna put it down and I'll pop the drum brake off. I don't know how long it'll take me. I haven't had these ones off. And if it's anything like the rest of the truck, it'll probably be a nightmare since nothing wants to come off easily. But if you guys want to hang out, I'll just leave this roll and we can see what the brakes look like in maybe 20 minutes whenever I get them off. to see what those look like, hopefully. Not expecting that. Definitely a lot of junk in there. So this one looks like it's got quite a bit of pad. Alright, you guys might be into this sooner than I thought. Let's see. So I wasn't expecting that to happen that quick. Normally they don't release themselves that easy. So usually you have to get in there from behind on the backing plate and turn this down, but obviously it doesn't seem to matter. Sorry, I'm just investigating this at the same time. Usually this tooth is supposed to catch. This just adds to the mysteries of this truck. So, I don't know, that kind of caught me off guard because normally this wheel is adjusted out and this little guy is supposed to be engaged onto that tooth, but it is not. Okay, all right, well, I'm gonna have to figure that one out. I don't know why that's not on there. Yeah, definitely doesn't look like we have a whole lot of pad, that's for sure. It's not I don't think it's the screeching sound that we were hearing, because it's not like we're metal on metal. So unless the other side, I'll pop the other side since we got it apart, but I don't think it's gonna be the screeching noise just because, I don't know, unless that front of there could screech. That's weird. No, I don't think it's a spring that's weak because it's just not contacting. If you look at it, it's literally just floating. I don't know if that's focusing for you guys. But like, look, it's not even, like that peg is too far out, or I don't know, I'd have to see what it looks like assembled correctly, because like I said, that should definitely be contacting there, and it is not. All right, well, that is one interesting thing. Oh my God, you guys, this truck. You guys ready for something funny? Whoever had this truck before, oh, I swear this is like deja vu, should not have been anywhere close to mechanics. Check that out. Can you guys see that? If I can get the light. Look at that. Somebody wrapped chicken wire around that to hold it in place or do something of that nature. Can you guys see that? Right in there? What the hell? Ay, ay, ay. That is crazy. So we got some chicken wire in there holding some parts together. It's definitely safe. Definitely safe. You guys can probably see it better there. See it? I don't know. Write in the comments what you think, why they would do that. I can't think off the top of my head why they would do that. But why would they put that chicken wire there? What are they trying to hold up? I don't get it. I don't get the purpose of that. I don't get the purpose of that. Anyways, let me rip off the other side and let's see. Let's see what we see. I don't know why they would put that wire there though. Like, that arm is just supposed to be together to hold the two together, but all right, let me move you guys over here to the other side so that it's not boring. And we'll pull off the other side and see how much uglier it is, or not ugly. I have to go this way a little bit more. I gotta use the power for the gun there. Okay. Let me pull off this side. We'll see if it's as exciting looking or not. Alright, so I just removed that drum. I took off this wheel spacer that was on there. And normally you would have to adjust the drums in so that you can, or the shoes in so that you can get the drum off. I literally just grabbed the drum and it came off. And then we're finding all sorts of exciting mystery in here. This adjuster and the locking portion of it is just sitting here free floating. We got some chicken wire in there holding brake parts together. All sorts of exciting stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop off the other side, see if there's any other surprises. Alright, you guys, ready for another exciting mystery? Let's see what this one can bring. Barely get a socket in. Holy. stuck on there. It's stuck on the hub, honestly. See if that does anything. Told you nothing on this truck was easy. Get up the bigger one. She was all stuck and corroded on there. She's off now. See all the white powder? see if I can cheat it and cut it off, but I think I'm gonna have to actually use the wheel to get it off. Oh, maybe not. Might have got lucky in this one. This one definitely adjusted at least. Alright, see if you guys come back. The phone does not want to cooperate. You guys are back. I'm back. I'll take off the fancy carbon fiber case off the phone and see if that keeps the temps down. I don't know, it keeps telling me it's overheating. This is the fun part of live. Jonathan had to text me to let me know. I'm just, I don't know how far you guys saw, but I got that wheel spacer off and trying to get the drum off. I almost got it all the way off, but I gotta just turn that little, the wheel inside it just to retract the drums, or the shoes. Okay, so they're not metal to metal. I don't know if I can walk over there right now with you guys, but the brakes aren't metal on metal. We don't have any chicken wire on this side. They're about the same amount of pad as the other side. I think, honestly, that little bar that's not touching on the other side, I think it's just bent. I think it's probably maybe somebody that was doing the brakes bent it over too far. And I don't think it was able to touch because of that. I'm just reading through the comments, you guys. Need some anti-seize on the spacers. I know, those things were on there. Those things were not moving anywhere. So, let me see how much power I have. I don't know if I can check how much power I have on the phone without freezing you guys. I don't know, I don't think it lets me. Doesn't let me. I don't know if I can walk over there without the phone dying. Let me investigate a little bit further and I'll see if I can see where that noise is coming from, if it's the brakes potentially, but right now I think we're leading to maybe some bad news with the diff. Oh, I lied. This side has chicken wire too. Issue with the mechanism on the bottom. Let me show you guys. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to do this before my phone overheats or dies. So check it out. So on this side, this one's good, right? So it engages on the teeth, right? It locks on, if my phone decides to focus, it locks on there. Take note of, can this thing focus or what? Take note of this bracket. See the way it is on there? Hopefully you guys can see. Where's some light? Let's give you guys a bit more light. See that? Take note of where that little bracket is on the spring. So there, and it's pulling that up properly because this attaches to that cable, goes around there, wraps around and goes to there. Now we go to the other side. So here's the cable. Follow it around. Comes down. Boom. See a problem? So that is supposed to be around there. That's supposed to be 90 degrees to there, not sitting alongside it. And that's why this is sitting so low, which is why that's not up there. You know what? I wonder if that's the squealing noise we're hearing. We might have solved somewhat of a mystery. See how this thing is dropping down so low? Right here? I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually touching on the drum and causing a squealing noise. It doesn't look like it is, but if it doesn't, it's coming dang close to touching there. Let's see if there's any indication of that on the rotor or the drum. I don't see anything weird. She looks clean. And honestly, these brakes don't look that old. Like, this drum doesn't have much of a lip on it, so I think I just need to reassemble this for now, and I'll definitely order some brakes because they're going to be due soon, but I think I just need to put these together properly, and they should be okay for the moment. It's just somebody decided to do a number on them. I really don't know why that's in there. You guys think that's shiny? I don't know if it is. It looked kind of dirty. Let's see. Is it shiny or... I can't even get my camera to focus on it. I don't know if it is. I'm just wondering if that was the screeching noise. I think I'm being maybe too optimistic about it, but let's see. I don't think it is. But like I said, if you look at the bottom, it has got to be dang close to touching. Oh, the chicken wire. Is there supposed to be a spring there? I don't know off the top of my head. Haven't had to do a ton of drum brakes. I did my Dakota when I was about 17, my old V6 one. But I haven't done it in a while. So this is supposed to be a spring, right? Not chicken wire? I can't remember, honestly. I gotta take a look at what it's supposed to look like. Chicken wire is supposed to be there, or the spring's supposed to be there? I don't think chicken wire is supposed to be there. Yeah, I think I remember seeing a spring there. I think you're right. Obviously that's definitely not supposed to be. Yeah, you guys want to see the driver's side? The driver's side's got chicken wire too. Somebody chicken wired this side too. Look at that. Chicken wire on both sides. So, yeah, somebody should not have been working on this thing. I keep saying that, but every time I touch this truck, I say the same thing again. All right, so I'm missing some hardware. So I'll jump on, maybe I'll jump on Rock Auto, see if I can get that stuff by the end of this week, or even I'll see if Amazon has it or something. So put that all on. The drums don't look all that bad. The reason why I'm hesitating on upgrading these brakes or replacing them all is because I don't know if I'm going to go to the disc brake conversion or not. I don't know. Write in the comments whether you guys think that anything that you're seeing on these brakes could cause that squealing noise. And if you don't know what I mean, just check out the other video and let me know. The only thing I can think of is, obviously the wheel turns this way, right? Is see how like chewed the front of the pad is right there. I wonder if that's what's going ballistic. And that's what's making all the crazy noises, because obviously these brakes are getting super hot when we're doing those burnouts. I wonder if that right there is just giving up, and that's what's causing our issue. So when these things are coming around just smoking hot and it's eating right there, if that's what it is. I've seen there's somebody locally that has the newer diff with the disc brakes in the back. Only thing I don't know is if you can still fit 15-inch wheels with the newer disc brakes. I think it's only a 355 gear ratio, so I don't think it's LSD, limited slip in the back. But I saw somebody that has the newer axle locally for a couple $100. I was thinking of getting it, but I have to do my research to see if you can still fit 15-inch rims with these with the rotors instead of the drums in the back. But that's where we're at. That's the problem. So I think I honestly might have to stick with the drums for now, unless I get a fancy brake kit or something like that. But if I change to a fancy brake kit, I probably don't even need to. Do you guys know if you can bolt the rotors onto this axle, or do you have to change the whole axle? Because there's 4 bolts on the back that holds everything. Holds the whole backing plate and all that stuff. I wonder if you could just unbolt this nonsense and keep your actual axle. So you have to change the whole axle too. That sounds like a nightmare. I honestly don't care that much. I mean, we're trying to, obviously you got to stop somewhat, but it'd be nice to have rotors, but I don't even care, honestly. Just go to we're just gonna be going to the drag strip for the most part, so. I might have to put you guys over back on charge because I don't think this phone is gonna last. She's an older iPhone that we're using to stream this, so I don't know if it'll let me. She keeps getting hot whenever I plug it in. So. All right, well, I think that might be the end of today's project right now. All right, I think I'm probably gonna wrap this live stream up, you guys. I'll spin this around. Probably wrap this live stream up. Ooh, look at this cord. Getting fancy here. So yeah, some considerations. I was going to, and I'll tell you, I don't know if, I think I showed you guys in one of the community posts, I was gonna get a supercharger kit this week, but I found one for cheap, but I don't know if I'm gonna go through with it. It's cheap, it is really cheap. It's like under $1,000, but it's a Powerdyne one. And for my research on Powerdyne, I got like dirt all over my face and head, I can see it. My research on Powerdyne, it's got like a little belt inside of it, and apparently they're susceptible to snapping and all that stuff. So instead of gear driven inside like a ProCharger or Vortec and having oil in there, it's kind of like an oilless one. It just has bearings and it's got a little tiny belt inside. Apparently that belt snaps all the time. So I don't know if I'm gonna go ahead and get one of those. So I might end up just holding out, see if I can locate a ProCharger kit or a Vortec. Or we could try that Powerdyne and just see how she lasts. But I was thinking about those, or I was thinking about getting a supercharger for the S2000, or if you guys were interested in it, I don't even know if there's any interest. There seems to be a lot of interest mostly in the truck. But there is also a supercharger kit for the Viper that came up for sale too. But I don't know if you guys would want to see the supercharger on the Viper, or do you guys just want to see the truck go fast? I know everybody doesn't want to see the S2000, but the S2000 is just my toy for going to the actual circuit racing, because that stuff is so much fun. So yeah, S2000 is just my toy to go to the circuit racing. Dakota is going to be drag racing, and then Viper is going to be just like overall kind of cruising car and whatever car show car, that type of thing. So that's kind of why I have the 3 vehicles, but I don't want to sell the S2000 because right now Mopar doesn't really have a good handling car for a road course besides the Viper. So that's kind of where I'm at for that. Plus the S2000 is super cheap to operate at the track. Like tires are cheap. A good set of tires the whole way around is like $400. Brakes for the whole way around is only like $300 for racing brakes. Yeah, it's just an awesome, cheap handling car. Ben says Viper would be cool. Yeah, the supercharger kit that I found for the Viper right now, it's like $4,000 American. The guy's in Canada, but he wants American money for whatever reason. But yeah, it's kind of steep. If I could get it for 3, I would probably go for it. But right now, funds are kind of tied up, and I'm trying to get this YouTube thing to take off. So I know I keep saying it, but if you guys can, you guys have the means, hit that join button. I'm trying to get the whole Boosted Motorsports to take off so that we can have some more money to play with. But right now it's just a small channel. I know. Adam says that exchange rate. I know, the guy's trying to come up on that thing, because if he sold it for $4,000 American and Canadian, that's like 30% more. So whatever the math works out to that, he's trying to get like over $6,000 Canadian for it. So I'm gonna offer him, I should offer him 3,500 Canadian, see if he takes it. That'd be like what, 2,500 bucks American or something. Our shot says supercharge the S2000, then go later and turbocharge the, sorry, I'm trying to look through my phone thing. Turbocharge the truck. Yeah, I honestly, I really like the truck right now. It's just, every time I touch the thing, it's like, wherever I haven't been on the truck ends up being a nightmare. Like, the brakes, for example. I haven't opened up the rear brakes. I opened up the rear brakes and it's got chicken wire and assembled incorrectly. You know, we looked at the front brakes and the front brakes were falling off it last time and the calipers are literally just hanging there. All the bolts were stripped. So I think I've pretty much almost gone through the whole truck at this point. So what's up, Chad? I don't know what that means when it's green at the top. Thanks for supporting, Chad. I don't know how to work this thing right now. I should, but it shows up green at the top of my screen. I don't know what that means, but thanks for the support, Chad. Yeah, so every time I touch something on the truck, it's like it ends up breaking or I have to fix it. So, which isn't a bad thing, but I mean, think about what we've gone through. So I've gone through pretty much the whole engine, changed all the stuff, upgraded a lot of stuff. And I ended up like transmission, we went through the whole transmission, fixed everything. Everything's now like leak free. It's like no matter what we touch, it ends up. And then even trying to lower the truck, remember the bolts and everything was all seized, so we got all that fixed. So now the whole rear end has all new bushings in it, but it's fun. Yeah, so like I said, I'm trying to get everything going. So I think that's what it means is you're a new member. So like I said, it just shows up green on my screen and just says member. So I don't know if you just signed up, but if you did, thank you, Chad. I think somebody else signed up at the same time. I don't know if it was our shot that signed up, but whoever just signed up now, thank you. Like I said, I appreciate it. Everything's gonna go right back into this channel, I promise you. So I'm just trying to get it to, oh, he did just sign up. All right, thanks again, Chad. I appreciate it, no, seriously. Like I said, all this is gonna just take things to the next level. So, yeah, what we'll do is, originally, I told you guys before that I was going to turbocharge the Dakota with a cheap turbo kit. I was thinking about it, I saw it on eBay, I was thinking it'd be cool, but it doesn't specify whether it's for a Dakota. I think it's just for the 5.9, and I honestly think that if we do that, that it is going to not fit in the Dakota. It'll fit the engine probably, but there's a lot of things that are tighter in the Dakota. So I think it'd be a lot of cutting and welding, which I don't mind doing that, but I don't have a ton of experience welding, and I don't have an actual good welder here. I know you can buy like Harbor Freight welders for like 100 or 200 bucks, and I've actually bought one of those before, but they're terrible. Like you can't, it just looks like somebody spit on metal. Like there's no way that we would be able to make a solid a weld with one of those. So what I would like to do is try to get a decent welder, and so that we can do different stuff, because I think at some point I want to fabricate some sort of exhaust, or I have to pay somebody to fabricate exhaust. But if I can find a welder cheap and we could do it here on the channel, I think that'd be cool too. So that's why I'm leaning against that twin turbo kit, because I think it's not gonna fit and it's gonna be way off, which if you had a welder and able to fabricate it, it probably wouldn't be a big deal. But so plan B is to get a supercharger kit that actually fits the truck and go from there. So I'm going to, so SEMA's coming up in a couple weeks or so, beginning of November. I'm gonna try to run around there. I'm gonna try to talk to ProCharger, try to talk to maybe Vortec as well, and see if one of them will help us out with the supercharger. So I'm gonna go and try and see those guys, see if I can get anywhere with that. I mean, I pretty much did a whole build for ProCharger on the last truck, so I'm hoping with me telling them that they'll maybe help us out with this project. That would be super cool. If I can get a ProCharger kit on here, I know ProCharger stuff works. Either that, or if this channel just somehow, some way blows up in the next little bit, I'll just go out and just buy an actual ProCharger kit, but it's like over $5,000 plus tax. So, but if anybody has any hookups, let me know, or if you guys know of any used ones for sale, let me know as well. Chad says he's using the Vortec with Todd's bracket. Do you know how much he sells that? I've never heard of that name, but do you know how much that Todd guy sells the actual bracket for, if I could just pick up a Vortec? Because I see the head units for sale all the time. I don't care about the piping, I'll do all that myself. And the intercooler, I could do all that. It's just, I need the bracket for the Dakota, and then if I have to go find my own head unit, I could probably do that. I've even seen some ProCharger kits for Chargers and Challengers for sale for like $3,000. So If I could get one of those and modify the bracket, that'd be cool. Do I know if Team Boosted Motorsports auto renews, or do you have to manually renew before it expires? Can't remember. I don't know, honestly. This thing is just as new to me as it is to you guys. I think it auto renews, but I'm sure it probably says somewhere. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I guess maybe we'll find out. We'll both find out. It's only been like a month since I turned it on, so. Did you return the eBay headers? You still have them? I returned them. The eBay headers, I returned them and got a full refund. So it was okay. I ended up buying the Gibson ones for 80 bucks and I returned the eBay ones for 80 bucks. So it was all cool. Walmart sells turbos. Let's go pick up some Walmart turbos. Some great value turbos. Mr. Carlson, gonna still boost the S2000. We were talking about that earlier. I still want to. I'm just keeping an eye out for a cheap supercharger kit for that. I know there's a lot of Mopar fans on the channel now, which is cool. But I still would like to do that for, like I said, that car until Dodge offers a practical road course car, a light car that can actually corner besides the Viper, which is super expensive to take to the track. The S2000 is going to be my road course car because there's so many good road courses around this area and it's just so fun to take out and actually hit some corners and stuff. Whereas the Dakota, I mean, I love drag racing, it's fun too, but the whole drag racing thing, like I have to drive an hour and a half to the track. I'm there from 6 o'clock till 10 o'clock at night and I get 3 runs in and the truck is 9.5 seconds. So I'm there for 4 hours, 9.5 seconds times 3. 4 hours of waiting around and I get to have fun for 30 seconds. So put that into perspective. Whereas if I go to a track day with S2000, I can be on the track for 4 30-minute sessions. So I can be on the track having fun for 2 hours straight versus having fun for 30 seconds. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, I like doing both and they're both their own exhilarating experience, but at the same time too, I do like going around the corners and doing all the road course stuff. So I'm gonna get more footage of that for you guys. So in the upcoming weeks, even the way the S2000 is now, it's set up 100% ready to go to the track. So I'll take you guys along for those rides to the track as well. It'll be pretty cool. Darren said that's a good deal for Gibson headers, 80 bucks. I know, I scored huge on those Gibson headers. And I kind of feel bad because I like the upper control arm because the truck is so low and it's like the upper control arms are probably on this angle. It kind of dented the passenger side, but they're Gibson headers and they're also ceramic coated too. So super good deal. Somebody was just selling them. So yeah, I picked them up for cheap. Ben says, I'll find out in a few days when, because I'm close to the first month and it's showing. Good news, I'm back to work now, so I've got some decent money coming back in to keep supporting. All right, thanks, Ben. No, I appreciate it. Like I said, I haven't really talked too much about this in the other videos and whatnot, because when I'm just actually editing videos and posting them, but I'm not really working right now either. So I know it's hard to feel sorry for me when I got a Viper in the garage and all that stuff, but I'm not really honestly working right now. So my main kind of career is that industry's not doing too well right now. So yeah, I'm kind of just living off of the small income from YouTube and trying to do this whole thing. So without going into too much personal details, I'm kind of just letting you guys know that, but I'd like to see the channel get bigger, go bigger, whatever I have to do on my end, I'm willing to do it. I'm making videos every single day. I'm just trying to dial this thing in so that it goes to the next level. So that's why I'm kind of curious whether, you know, even though there's a lot of Mopar fans on here, if maybe the import thing brings in a whole new wave of subscribers to the channel. But I did the whole import build on the channel and didn't seem to do much compared to all the domestic stuff that we have too. So I don't know, we'll see. We will see. But I think that's pretty much it for now, you guys. What fuel are you running? Pretty much just 91. In the truck, just 91, nothing crazy. And then you guys probably see the HP Tuners banner behind me. So I was hoping that wasn't gonna be a huge nightmare in the back of the truck, which I don't think it is too much. We got the transmission dialed in. So that should be leak free now. I'll post a second transmission video for you guys tomorrow. of me changing the oil and the pan and the gasket on transmission. So that's all buttoned up. That video will come tomorrow. And I gotta figure out what I'm doing with the brakes. So once I'm done with you guys, I'll go back inside, hop on the computer and see what I can order for the brakes to get that all situated. And yeah. Ben says, I know the feels, at least you're keeping busy and hopefully you'll get some extra funds soon to do the things you'll, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's what it's all about. So like I said, even if I wasn't doing YouTube, I would still be tinkering with cars. I've been doing the same thing since I was like 16, since I could ever drive a car. So there was a lot of other projects and builds before, which back when I was, late teens, early 20s, it was all about the forums. So everybody had, a username on the forums, and all my builds were documented there. So I would take pictures of all my builds, and I would, step by step that way, and you would physically type it out. I mean, it might sound old school, but that's the way I used to do all my builds, and then now it's kind of switched to YouTube. So had I started a little bit earlier, documenting my builds this way, probably would have been a little bit ahead, but that is life. So, but yeah, I'm still doing things I love. Also, I was talking to my mom about going to get my SRT10 soon. So that's in the midst. I just gotta plan, book my flight, and then go get it. So I think before the end of the year, so we're talking like 2 months max, I'll have it down here. I'm just still trying to figure out where to put everything. So we got 3-car garage. And I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put the 4th vehicle. So one of them is gonna have to move outside. It's not gonna be the SRT10. The SRT10 is gonna have to be inside. So we got the Viper, has to be inside. SRT10 has to be inside. It's between the Dakota and the S2000 that has to be moved outside. So that's that. The only thing is, I just don't want, I mean, the Dakota, there's less stuff to take off of it if you wanted to steal it. Whereas the S2000's got the wing and stuff like that that could go missing. So we'll see. Chad says S2000 outside. So I think I showed you guys a while back in the video. If you guys are members, you guys probably saw like that opening video for the membership. So on the side lot here, I want to put like actual, be able to drive there and put a side gate so I could put the vehicles on the side lot. I haven't, like I said, I was hoping and wanting the channel to grow a little bit faster than it is, which is okay. But that way I could actually get a little bit more funding, and I could actually put concrete there, and I could park multiple vehicles over there. So it's kind of what I wanted to do, but I'm not quite there yet. So at some point, that's the plan, is to make the side lot, put double gates so that I can put more vehicles back there, and then I can just put them back there, put a cover over them, and no big deal. Plus, it would be kind of cool if I can get that, because I can go and get, we could get new projects too. So if there's like a cheap project, we could put it over there, put it on the back burner. Something gets delayed or something breaks, we could swap them out, put something else back there, bring the other one out here to the lift. It'd be a cool setup. So that's the plan. I'm just working diligently to get this thing going there. Dakota is probably the easiest to leave outside. It's a pickup, not too much happens. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm worried about the area. It's just in general, like the S2000 has that wing on the back, the carbon fiber one, and it's like 4 10-mil bolts and it's gone. And there's like over $1,000, just pew, gone. So that's my only worries. So whereas the Dakota right now, there's not anything you really just take off of it. But at the same time, now that I know, and you guys told me, or gave me the heads up that the Dakota is as rare as it is, I don't know necessarily that I want to leave Dakota outside either. So either way, we'll have the Viper in the garage, SRT10 will be in the garage, and probably the Dakota, if I can put the S2000 down the side lot, then we'll be all set. Yeah, if I showed you, it's dark outside now, but if I showed you the actual wing, I wonder if we can do it. Let's do it for fun. Let's see. Let's see if I can show you guys. So here's the Viper outside. So here's the S2000. So literally, I don't know if you can see it, there's 1 bolt there, 2 bolts there. I think you can barely see it, but there's honestly just 4 bolts. 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and this whole thing is gone. Plus, I mean, there's other things, right? Like we have the tow hooks that you can see here. Tow hooks front and back, those could just unscrew and be gone. Same thing up here, tow hook, it would just disappear. I mean, and not only that, but it's soft top, right? So if you really wanted to take the car, get inside, even a butter knife, you're inside. So just different different things to consider. Well, the wing is actually a functional wing, and it's fully adjustable. So the reason why the bolts are all there is so that you can adjust the height of it. So you can actually, let me put this back in here. You can actually take the wing and you can adjust the profile on it, so how much it cuts into the wind. So that's why it has the bolts, so you can sit there and adjust it. If you go to the track, you want more downforce or less downforce, you can adjust the pitch of the wing. So, yeah, either way, I'm not too worried. I'll put the cover over everything that we put outside, but yeah, the SRT10, I think somebody asked about mods on it, right? Is there any mods? Where did I see that? Who is it that asked if there's any mods? I don't know, I definitely saw it though. As far as the SRT10, there is a not really any mods on it, honestly. Right now it's pretty much virgin truck. It is, it has a K&N intake on it, and I think that's it. But I don't think we're gonna go too crazy with that one, honestly, because it's kind of, it's not just a regular SRT10, it's actually a limited edition one. There's only 200 of them. So it's actually white with blue stripes on it. And it already has the matching Mopar tonneau cover with the wing on the deck lid. And what else? So I'm just gonna probably do some basic stuff to it just to make it look a little bit nicer. Probably gonna lower it. We'll put some probably cutouts on it or louder exhausts. And just some basic stuff, nothing crazy, honestly. I'm not really gonna race that truck too much. It's just gonna be, it's more of a collector's thing that I don't really wanna mess with too much. Just keep it clean and that sort of thing. What else would I do to it? Exhausts, lower it, and I wanna put some oversized wheels on it. So either get something similar like those Hellcat wheels that we had on the Ram, or get some 24-inch SRT10 replicas, just so it's kind of exaggerated, because by today's standards, the 22s that are on the SRT10, they look really small. So, how many miles are on the SRT10? Low. I think it's only, it's been a while since I've seen it. I think it's only like 22,000, between 20,000 and 30,000 miles. It's been a while, but it's low. It's 2005. It's only got like I said, 30,000, you know, at most 30,000 miles on the truck. So it's a low mileage truck too. Clean title, all that good stuff. So these are my vehicles that I tinker with, but that one I probably am just gonna clean it up, put a little bit of character on it, and I think she should be good. But let's see. Is a 5th gen Ram in your, I gotta move this over so I can read, in your horizon eventually for your channel? Yeah, definitely. So I almost bought a 5th gen Ram right before we got the Dakota and before things kind of changed with my job. I'm kind of glad that I didn't do that, so that I kind of have the flexibility right now that I do. So with the Dakota project, we got the Dakota cheap, and I've been having a ton of fun just doing all these kind of cheap mods to it, cleaning it up. A lot of stuff it's just honestly getting your hands dirty on it and fixing things. It's not a whole lot of money invested. So that build that we're doing right now, and I'm just looking at the truck behind me, that one's actually been more cost effective for us, whereas I was like this close to getting a 2019 Ram 1500 Tradesman. So we were gonna get a all black Tradesman. I was gonna get it for super cheap, which still was super cheap and is super cheap. I was gonna get it for like 23 grand. There was some crazy promotion going on in the summer. And 23, I think there was some BS fees on there. I might have brought it up to like 25 plus your taxes. And it was, by the time I was at the door, it was like 30 grand, which is pretty cheap for a truck, but honestly, I just didn't want to tie up that kind of money. It was going to be like another $500-600 payment per month. And yeah, we didn't end up going through with it. At first I was kicking myself, and then the Dakota came up, and I'm having a lot more fun with the Dakota. It's lightweight, we can actually make it fast. But to answer your question, I'm gonna get a 5th gen. I just wanna wait till there's more of them out there on the road, because that's the one thing I've noticed is if I make videos on vehicles that a lot of people can relate to, they actually have them, they have one in the driveway, the videos do a little bit better. And if the videos do better, more people end up checking out the channel, more people subscribe. The whole thing just ends up growing, and we can actually do more mods. So that's kind of the plan. So once there's more 5th gens on the road, we'll get a 5th gen and do all that stuff. But for now, I want to wait till more people buy them. A lot of people still have 4th gens. A lot of people have 3rd gens. Oh, as far as 3rd gen stuff, I want to convert the whole truck, the SRT10, over to LED. So we'll upgrade all the lighting too. Probably put some black housing headlights in it too, just kind of spice things up. So we'll also be doing that. So we'll do all the lighting mods so that if you guys have a 3rd gen Ram at home, you guys can see what I do with 3rd gen lighting mods to make things look better. But yeah, I will get a 5th gen eventually. Darren, yeah, the SRT10, we got it pretty much new. I think we got it, like somebody bought it and then they decided they didn't want it, and we ended up picking it up for like, I think it only had like 500 miles on it, or like less than 1,000 miles on it when we got it, and it was in 2005. So it's a 2005 truck. We bought it in 2005. Somebody bought it, changed their mind, traded back in, then we got a good deal on it. Ben says, I wish the new Ram. Yeah, so it wasn't like a fancy Ram. It was a 2019 Tradesman crew cab or quad cab. I can't remember. I think they're only making them in the one size. I think it was it might have been a quad cab. I don't think it was super long. I can't remember. But yeah, it was black, basic, no fanciness, and it was 2-wheel drive. But yeah, it was like 23 grand. But there was a weird story behind it. They like, I can't remember what they have some weird terminology for it down here, where somebody bought it, they left with it, and then they couldn't afford the payments on it or something. So then they had to return it, or the bank had to go get it. It was almost like it was repoed, but not. But it had like 1,000 miles on it, and it was kind of used. Like you could tell they put something in the bed, and that's why I was gonna get a good deal on it, which I didn't care. It didn't matter to me, but I don't know. They started playing games with me, and I had to walk out because they were trying to charge me an extra 3 grand for wheel locks, some sort of aftermarket alarm system that they put on the truck, and some other BS, some like lifetime paint protection where if you get a door ding, we'll fix your door ding. I'm like, I don't need all that for 3 grand. So, and they were trying to charge me for it. So, yeah, it ended up being a bunch of waste of time. Darren, yeah, the actual SRT10, it's been sitting for a little while. So, when I go to pick it up, that's going to be a whole series of videos in itself. So it's been sitting so long, and it's been sitting outside, unfortunately. So that's going to be a whole series of videos. So I'm actually going to go up there. The tires are the original tires from 2005. So I'm going to have to run it before we drive it back. So the idea is we're going to road trip it back here to the garage, which is like 3,000 miles away. It's going to be nuts. So we're gonna go up there, I'm gonna film the whole thing with you guys. I'll still do uploads from my mom's house, and I will end up getting the truck road trip ready. It's gonna be kind of a cool experience for you guys too. So I'll get the whole truck road trip ready. I have to rebuild all the brake calipers. It's been sitting so long. I think a lot of the brakes are seized, or the brake calipers. So I'm gonna change all of that. And then, so we'll change all the brakes. I have to change all the fluids, get everything ready, kind of clean everything up. I've changed the tires on it, and then road trip back here. So that's kind of the plan. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, so we'll get a bunch of SRT10 content coming here. Probably, like I said, within the end of the year. I think realistically it's gonna be end of November, early December that I'll end up doing it. Art Shot says, I hope I have a 5th gen. I have a 5th gen. BMS helped me when I needed a new throttle body information. You gave me some good info. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, thank you. Choi said, I dare you to burn out on the Hoosiers. On which one? I can't even right now. I burned out of the track, and now look. No burnout on Hoosiers right now. Hoosier. Everyone gets mad at me when I say Hoosier. John said, is the seal from the transmission solid? I haven't driven it yet, but I've started it, ran it through the gears just here in park, and I don't have a single drip, so we're good. Choi, I'll race you. I'll bring my Viper, I'll smoke your ass. Get out of here. I'll put the Hoosiers on the Viper, and then we'll see what's up. Darren says, yeah, that'd be cool footage for the channel, for the SRT10. Yeah, so that's the plan. I think I'm pretty much going to wrap up this video. Them some fighting words. Yeah, so those of you guys that don't know, Choi has my, I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong. Every time I always say it wrong. But anyways. Yeah, eventually it's going to be us versus the, I'll race you. He has the supercharged ramp. So, sorry, going back to my story. So Choi, or Chewy, however you want to say his name on YouTube, he has my supercharger from my crew cab Ram. He has it on a single cab. So there, he says he has content. So you can click on him and you can check out my old supercharger kit, but we always go to the same drag strip at Irwindale. So I should get some footage of him next time we go. But his truck is killing it. So he's got it all tuned up, finally got it working good, and his truck's flying. So that's why he's bullying me in the comments. So, because I used to have a fast Ram and now I have a slow Dakota. So I gotta step it up. Right now, Choi will smoke me. So I think he ran like a 7.5 in the 8th mile. So, and we ran like a 9.4 or 9.5, so we got some work to do. But honestly, I'm pretty sure it's been a while. If you guys dig back in my videos, I took the Viper to the drag strip, and I think I ran, no, seriously, Joey, I'm pretty sure the Viper ran faster than that in the 8th mile. So last time I went, we were flying, and I didn't even know what I was doing. That was the first time I ever taken the drag strip to the Viper to the drag strip. I think I ran a 7.4 in the Viper. So yeah, I'll smoke your ass in the Viper if you want. But if we're going truck for truck right now, you'll smoke me. But we got something coming. Eventually the Dakota will be fast. Right now it's just a sad, slow Dakota. Jeff says, Viper has always been my dream car. I think I might purchase it next. Yeah, I mean, right now I think prices are pretty decent on the Vipers. So if you're thinking of getting one, I think right now wouldn't be a bad time to buy them. Everybody keeps saying the prices are going to go up. I don't know when that's going to be, but I think they've kind of done a little bit of a roller coaster, but I think they were cheap like a year or two ago, but they're still not too bad right now. So I've debated selling mine a few times, but every time I start thinking about it, I slap myself in the face again, and I can't sell it, I don't think. So that's my childhood dream car that I finally have. It's just, right now I'm super excited about the Dakota. As silly as that sounds, it's just fun to mess with and modify, and it's cheap, whereas the Viper, if I want to get a supercharger kit, it's a little more expensive, and there's just 2 more of everything, 2 more cylinders, 2 more pistons, 2 more fuel injectors, 2 more spark plugs, on and on it goes. So it's just more expensive if you want to start modifying it, that's all. All right, I'm about to wrap it up so I can get all this grease off my hands and go inside and get a snack. Choi, it'd be a good run if I treat you. Yeah, I did that to Ben in the M6. So I treat him on the Dakota. He has like, just so you guys know, that M6 that I raced just for fun, like we just went up, we just happened to line up against each other. He has like 700 or 800 horsepower, so that thing is a monster. Does Dakota have a 180-degree thermostat? I think it has a lower one, honestly. I don't know exactly where it sits because I haven't had a scan gauge hooked up to it, and if you look at like the temperature gauge, it kind of says like 210 in the middle, and then it's like there's no numbers in between, but it sits like halfway between the mid mark and the first mark. So I honestly think it might be a 160 in there, but it could be 180. Get out of here. You're not a 299 horsepower truck. Probably add like 200 horsepower to your number. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. I'm gonna go get cleaned up, and I gotta order some parts so we can put the truck back together. I might be going to the drag strip on Saturday, quarter mile. Let me know if you guys want to see that stuff. I might take the Dakota almost the way it is with you know, to the quarter mile. Choi, let me know if you want to go to the quarter mile. We're gonna go to Fontana, has open test and tune, so hit me up on Instagram or something. I think me and some buddies might go to Fontana AAA Speed Club. They're having open test and tune on Saturday. Get some quarter mile times in just for fun. Let me know if you're down. Oh my god, I got bugs flying on my face. So Saturday, this Saturday, open test and tune at quarter mile at Fontana. But that's it for today, guys. Choi, hit me up. We'll see if you guys want to go to quarter mile stuff on Saturday since Irwindale's closed this week. That's it, guys. Video tomorrow. It's going to be on transmission. All the painting and stuff will be 2 days from now. We'll see you on the next video. Later.